Have you ever wondered what lies behind those perfectly manicured hedges in Zurich's Gold Coast? Or what secrets are held within Geneva's most exclusive private banking halls? In a country where discretion isn't just a preference, but a centuries old art form, the ultra-wealthy of Switzerland have mastered the delicate balance between privilege and privacy. Today, we're taking you on an unprecedented journey into a world where wealth whispers rather than shouts, where true luxury lies in what remains hidden, and where family legacies span not just generations, but centuries. What you're about to discover might challenge everything you thought you knew about wealth in Switzerland. This isn't a story about numbered bank accounts or tax havens. It's about a sophisticated culture that has refined the art of wealthy living while maintaining an almost invisible presence in society. From hidden alpine retreats where billion-dollar deals are sealed with a handshake to the surprising shopping habits of multimillionaire families, we're about to unlock the secrets of Switzerland's most intriguing social class. Let me share something fascinating. In a recent private wealth study, Switzerland emerged as home to more billionaires per capita than any other country. But here's the twist. These are just the ones we know about. The true scope of Swiss private wealth remains one of the world's best kept secrets, and you're about to find out why. The Swiss wealth landscape. In a country where privacy is practically a national treasure, Switzerland's ultra-wealthy population might seem surprisingly substantial. With over 2,650 individuals worth more than $50 million calling this alpine nation home, Switzerland has one of the highest concentrations of ultra-high net worth individuals per capita globally. But here's something that might surprise you. For every publicly known Swiss billionaire, there are dozens who prefer to remain completely out of the spotlight. The Swiss approach to wealth is unique. It's not about who has the biggest yacht or the most expensive watch. In fact, many of Switzerland's wealthiest families still shop at local markets and drive modest cars. This isn't about frugality, it's about something far more interesting that we'll explore shortly. The geographical distribution of wealth in Switzerland tells its own fascinating story. While Zurich might be the financial capital, the real centers of private wealth are often found in smaller, lesser-known cantons. Places like Zug, Schwyz, and Nidwalden have become magnets for the ultra-wealthy, offering not just tax advantages, but something far more valuable: anonymity. The numbers are staggering. Switzerland manages roughly 25% of all global cross-border assets, amounting to trillions of dollars. But what's truly remarkable is how this wealth remains largely invisible to the casual observer. You're about to discover why some of the country's wealthiest individuals prefer to live in apartment buildings rather than mansions, and how this connects to a centuries-old philosophy about wealth and society. The historical tapestry. The story of Swiss wealth isn't just about banking, though that's certainly part of it. It begins centuries ago, when Swiss merchant families built their fortunes through textile trading, watchmaking, and early industrialization. These families established principles that still guide wealth management today: discretion, preservation, and sustainable growth. But here's something fascinating that few people know. Many of Switzerland's oldest wealthy families gained their initial fortune through silk trading in the 16th century. These merchant families would later become the cornerstone of Swiss private banking, creating a unique ecosystem where wealth preservation was an art form passed down through generations. During the Industrial Revolution, Swiss families diversified their wealth into emerging industries like chemicals, pharmaceuticals, and precision engineering. But unlike industrialists in other countries who built massive estates to showcase their success, Swiss industrial families often lived in modest townhouses, preferring to reinvest their wealth rather than display it. The two world wars further reinforced Switzerland's position as a wealth haven, but not just for the reasons most people think. Yes, political neutrality played a role, but it was the Swiss emphasis on stability, discretion, and long-term thinking that truly attracted wealth from around the world. This period saw the emergence of what we now call the Swiss wealth management philosophy, a unique approach that focuses on preservation rather than speculation. The modern wealth landscape. Today's Swiss ultra-wealthy population falls into three distinct categories, each with its own characteristics and approaches to wealth. Understanding these groups is crucial to comprehending the complex tapestry of Swiss wealth culture. The old guard comprises families whose wealth spans at least 3 generations. These are the families who helped build Switzerland's reputation for precision industries and private banking. They're known for their exceptional privacy and their focus on preservation rather than accumulation. What's fascinating about these families is their almost invisible presence in society. Despite controlling billions in assets, they often live in the same homes their grandparents did, maintaining them meticulously rather than upgrading to newer properties. The new industrialists represent Switzerland's entrepreneurial spirit. These self-made billionaires built their fortunes in pharmaceuticals, biotechnology, and advanced manufacturing. What's particularly interesting about this group is how they've adapted to traditional Swiss wealth culture. Many start out with typical displays of success, expensive cars and luxury homes, but gradually adopt the discretion of old money families. It's a fascinating transformation that typically occurs over about 5 to 7 years. The global citizens form the newest and perhaps most intriguing category. These international ultra-high net worth individuals have made Switzerland their home, attracted not just by tax benefits, but by something far more valuable: Switzerland's culture of privacy and stability. They've brought new dynamics to Swiss wealth culture, sometimes challenging traditional discretion while simultaneously seeking to embrace it. What makes these groups truly fascinating is how they interact, or don't interact, with each other. The old guard maintains exclusive social circles that often date back centuries, while the new industrialists have created their own networks focused on innovation and technology. The global citizens often serve as bridges between these worlds, though gaining true acceptance into old guard circles can take generations. Living patterns and social codes. The lifestyle of Switzerland's super rich defies many global wealth stereotypes. In cities like Zurich, Geneva, and Zug, the wealthiest residents often live in understated homes that outsiders might mistake for upper-middle-class dwellings. The real luxury lies in the details: state-of-the-art security systems, private art collections, and impeccably maintained gardens. One particularly fascinating aspect is their approach to domestic staff. Unlike the large retinues common among the wealthy in other countries, Swiss billionaires often employ minimal household staff. Instead, they rely on highly professional service companies that maintain absolute discretion. These companies are so exclusive that they don't even have websites. All business is conducted through personal recommendations. Transportation choices reveal another interesting pattern. While many own luxury vehicles, they're often kept for private use at country estates. For daily activities, modest cars are preferred. One Swiss banking family is known to maintain a fleet of 10-year-old Volkswagens for family use in the city. This isn't about saving money, it's about maintaining what the Swiss call social harmony. Shopping habits among the ultra-wealthy here would surprise many. It's common to see billionaires at local farmers markets, personally selecting produce. High-end purchases are often made through private showings in discreet locations rather than in luxury boutiques. Some of Switzerland's wealthiest families maintain long-term relationships with local craftsmen who create custom furniture and clothing away from the public eye. Unique cultural eccentricities. Now let me share something truly unexpected about Swiss wealth culture. While other countries' ultra-wealthy might compete for the most expensive sports car, Switzerland's elite often engage in what they call stealth wealth competitions. Who can appear the most normal while maintaining the highest quality of life? One fascinating tradition among Switzerland's wealthy families is the maintenance of what they call century rooms, spaces in their homes that remain unchanged for generations. These rooms serve as physical reminders of family history and are often used for important family meetings and decisions. Some families maintain detailed records of every conversation held in these rooms, creating archives that span centuries. Another unique aspect is the Alpine Code, an unwritten set of rules governing wealth display in different regions. In German-speaking cantons, obvious displays of wealth are considered almost taboo. In French-speaking regions, some subtle displays are acceptable, while Italian-speaking areas allow for slightly more demonstrative wealth exhibition. This creates a fascinating tapestry of behavioral codes that wealthy families must navigate. The concept of site capsule, time capsule investments, is another intriguing tradition. Many wealthy Swiss families maintain collections of items, from wines to watches, not for personal enjoyment, but as multi-generational investment vehicles. These collections are often stored in specially constructed underground facilities in the Alps, carefully catalogued and maintained for decades before being sold. Education and legacy. We're about to reveal some remarkable insights about how Switzerland's wealthiest families educate their children. But first, tell us in the comments, which of these Swiss wealth traditions has surprised you the most? Don't forget to like and Subscribe for more fascinating glimpses into the world's most private wealth cultures. The preparation of the next generation is where Swiss wealth culture truly stands apart. While other countries' wealthy might focus on business schools and networking, Swiss ultra-wealthy families often require their heirs to complete traditional apprenticeships before taking any role in family businesses. Education typically follows a carefully structured path that combines public schooling to maintain community connections with private tutoring in family heritage, wealth management, and social responsibilities. Many families maintain private libraries documenting centuries of business decisions, which heirs are expected to study and learn from. What's particularly interesting is the reverse mentorship program many wealthy families have adopted. Young family members are encouraged to work in technology startups or innovative companies, bringing fresh perspectives back to family businesses. This approach helps traditional wealth adapt to modern challenges while maintaining core values. Looking to the future, as we conclude our journey into this fascinating world, it's clear that Switzerland's wealth culture is evolving. The next generation of Swiss ultra-wealthy is balancing tradition with innovation, privacy with global connectivity, and wealth preservation with social responsibility. The question isn't whether Swiss wealth culture will change, it's how it will adapt while maintaining its core values of discretion, quality, and long-term thinking. As one Swiss private banker recently noted, the true luxury in Switzerland isn't what you can show, but what you can choose to keep private. What makes this evolution particularly interesting is how it's happening on two distinct tracks. While maintaining traditional privacy in their personal lives, many next-generation wealthy Swiss are becoming more visible in their professional roles, especially in technology and sustainability initiatives. Remember, what we've explored today is just the tip of the iceberg. In a culture where true wealth prefers to remain hidden, these glimpses into Switzerland's ultra-wealthy world are as rare as they are revealing. The next time you visit Switzerland, you might look at those modest-looking houses and quietly dressed individuals differently, knowing that true Swiss wealth doesn't need to announce itself, it simply is.